and his father, Anthony Dellavola. Robert Fields, escorted by his mother Kathleen and his father Robert. Don Galati, escorted by his mother, Michelle, and his father, John Galati. George Gardner, escorted by his mother Sandy and father George Gardner. And Mark Shepard, escorted by Mary and Frank Shepard and brother Frankie. And brother Michael. On behalf of Coach O'Rourke and the rest of the coaching staff, we'd like to take another time to thank kids for their hard work and dedication throughout their 4 years. Have another great applause for the boys. Thank you. Our athletic trainer here at Lacey, Mr. Lee Emery.
Hello and welcome to today's broadcast of Lacey Lions boys basketball. Today the boys will be taking on the Barnegat Bengals. That's a tongue twister right there. Looking for their 3rd win of the season. I'm here with Mike DeMayo. Mike, how are you today?
Hello, Mike. I am great. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to watch this game.
No problem. Happy to have you. And I am Mike McClung. Today we have Mike DeMayo doing his first game, so welcome aboard. Hope to have you do a great job and maybe bring you back sometime. So we saw Barnegat win the tip already. And that's Deshaun Anderson. Get used to his name. We're going to be saying it a lot. Ball swings around to the top of the key now. David Orozco has it, and he dishes it to Mike Ravello. Over at number 22, Alex Grogan, and then back to Orozco. Down low, over to Anderson. Swings back to the top. That's going to be picked off by Rob Beal. Lacey's going to run with it. Mark Shepard with the assist. And he's unable to finish, so it ends up not being that. And Barnegat gets down the rebound. I jumped the gun a little bit there.
I think Vinny rushed on that layup. You know, he had a little more time, but you know, we'll get it next time.
Mike Ravello handles it now for Barnegat. He dribbles, looking for something, and finds Orozco. Back to him now. They're playing catch between the two of them. Down low look. Deshaun Anderson. He's looking for something. Finally finds it in the corner. It's going to take him out of bounds, though. David Orozco wasn't able to handle it, and the pass threw him out of bounds. Lacey's going to take over.
It was a good pass. I like the idea. You know, he looked open, but unfortunately he could not execute on that pass. It was a good idea, though. Good idea.
Yeah, it looked like he was open. The pass just threw him out of bounds. So Rob Beal's taking it out. Tonight is senior night. It's also sunglass night, but senior night's a little bit more important. We see 4 of Lacey's normal starters: Rob Beal, Mark Shepard, Vinny Delavola, and George Gardner. And then we also see John Galati getting his first start of the season. So that's great for all of them. They've all put in a lot of time and effort for the season. So it's good to see them, you know, get rewarded for them in this game. Mark Shepard's going to put up a 3, and he's going to make it.
That was a good shot by Mark Shepard. You know, everyone was passing the ball, waiting for somebody to get open. Mark Shepard found an opening, you know, took the shot, got it.
Barnegat looking to respond now. Anderson has it. That ball's going to get away. It's going to be a foot race. Rob Beal's going to win that 9 times out of 10. No look pass to Shepard. He's going to put it up. He's going to miss. But Rob Beal's going to get the rebound. He's going to put it up, and he's going to be fouled. Draw an and 1.
That was a great play by Rob, you know. Foot race down, you know, no one's going to beat Rob Beal. He got the ball, took possession, passed it, got the rebound, got the point, and got the foul.
So John Galati just checked out. Jeff Fairclough just checked in. So he's got plus-minus a 5 right now. So that's pretty good. Rob's free throw is good. So Lacey's off to a 6-0 start.
It's a very good run, you know, just keep this momentum going right now in the first quarter, the first period.
Yeah, and Rob, he's a player where he doesn't shoot that much. He doesn't score a lot of points, but that doesn't mean he can't. And we saw it there. He got a rebound inside. He's not the biggest player. In fact, he's probably the smallest. And that takes a friendly roll. Barnegat's able to get their first points. But he was the smallest player in there, still able to get that rebound, put it back up in, and draw the foul. So great job.
You know, going back to Rob Beal, you know, I feel like he's more of a team player. You know, he just does whatever he can to help the team.
That shot's no good. And yeah, I definitely have to agree. He's a player that gets a lot of assists. But he's coming out shooting tonight, and he's got, let me do some math here, 5 points.
He's got some 5 points.
Sorry, I was a little slow on that one.
He's off to a good start his senior night.
But yeah, he's definitely a facilitator for this team. You know, like we said before, he's lightning fast. He does a lot of great things for this team. So dribbling around now. They swing it to the top. David Orozco has it. Low pass over to Mike Ravello. Looked like he almost rolled it. Now back to Orozco. Into the corner. Now inside to Anderson. He's going to put it up, and he's going to put it in.
That was a good
deficit to 4. Sorry.
That was a good shot by Anderson. You know, I mean, very good player. It's going to be tough to contain him.
And you know, with players like that, you can never really stop them. You just got to find a way to limit them, and I think that's going to be important for this game.
I agree.
Fairclough inside pass to Delavola, and he's able to lay it in. That's some great passing right there. A little bit of a give and go.
Good shot by Delavola. You know, he drive the lane. Good shot.
Orozco has it. Back to the top of the key. Now over to Orozco again to Ravello. Long pass, number 22, Alex Grogan. He's going to put it up, unable to finish. And the roll is going to go over the backboard and out of bounds. Lacey's going to take over.
I feel like Lacey just, you know, keep this momentum right now. It's working in their favor, and, you know, just keep this good run going right now and play smart, you know. That's how you win games.
And momentum is a huge part of this game, especially at the high school level. We've seen a lot of games where the team with the last run or the biggest run was the team that ended up winning. Delavola puts it up, and he's able to finish again. Lacey leads 12-4.
Another good shot by Delavola. He's also having a rather well start to his senior night as well. You know, took his time. Nice shot.
But then again, who isn't right now? Everybody seems to be playing really good for Lacey. Orozco has it. Over to Ravello. Orozco again. Down to the corner, Grogan for 3. And that one is good.
It was a good shot by Grogan. You know, defense just let him go. Didn't realize he was back there. Easy 3 for him.
So timeout's going to be taken. We'll be right back as soon as it's over for WLTS TV 21.
30-second timeout.
Hello and welcome back at the conclusion of that timeout. Bringing it back now. Lacey leads 12-7 with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first period. And it looks like this Barnegat team wasn't necessarily ready. Lacey inbounded, but now they're able to get settled.
I felt like that was a smart timeout, and maybe it might help Barnegat a little bit. Slow his momentum down.
A little bit of an interesting strategy there. It looked like they had it at the top of the key. That's Kevin O'Rourke, first time he's been in the game. And they really just bull rushed him. They sent 3 guys at him, left a little bit open inside, but same play as before. Delavola is going to put up a shot, and that's going to be good. Talk about hot starts. He's got 6 already.
Another good start by another good senior. Another great shot.
And it was the same play, not necessarily the same finish, where Fairclough just kind of threw, not necessarily no look, but the bounce pass down low to Vinny Delavola. Last time he laid it in, this time he's able to step back and hit the jump shot. So Ravello has it. Over to Grogan. The 2 of them seem to be playing catch a lot for this Barnegat team.
Lots of passing.
Ravello's going to drive now. He's unable to finish. Rebound Sean Morris, and he lays it in. First time we've said his name today. He did get the start for Barnegat.
Good rebound, good shot by Morris.
Beal swings to O'Rourke, back to Beal. Inside look to Fairclough. They keep going back to that similar type of thing, but O'Rourke dribbles around now, gets it to Beal. Long pass to Gardner, over to O'Rourke again. Beal, Delavola, inside look, Fairclough, and he's going to be blocked from behind. Looked like Sean Morris there. He was able to get the rebound as well. That's a good play.
Good block.
Ravello fakes. This is to Orozco. Odd looking play there. They're going to call it travel. Barnegat's coach is livid right now, and honestly, I'm on his side on that one. He looked like he jumped, and then as soon as he realized, hey, I'm going to get blocked, he started dribbling. He never really came down, so I would have to agree with him on that one.
I felt like it was a legal play. I feel like the Barnegat coach has every right to be mad at this play.
Ugly? Absolutely. Legal?
Ugly, but
probably.
It was legal, so it was okay.
Anyway.
Every ref can get every call.
Nobody's perfect, of course. Fairclough over to O'Rourke. He fakes. He's going to now drive and put it up. A little bit strong. He's able to get his own rebound, put it up again. And an unlucky bounce prevents that from rolling in.
Just unlucky. Two good shots, good form. Unfortunately, unable to knock it down.
Ravello takes a 3, his first shot of the night, and Gardner gets way up there to get the rebound.
Good rebound by George. Head getting up top. Nice rebound.
That's something he does really well. Play defense and rebound. Every team needs a player like him. They're going to call it 3 seconds there on Jeff Fairclough. But, he's not going to necessarily put up a bunch of points every night, and that's okay because that's not what they're asking at him. He's solid defensively. He's more than solid defensively, and he's great at bringing down those missed shots. So
I always feel like you always need that one defensive player on a basketball team, a good lockdown defender. I feel like you always need one of those players, and George seems to be just the right guy to be that.
So this is number 10 now, Carson Francisco. That's fun to say. His first time in the game. Another 3 seconds called. This one's going against Barnegat. They're getting a little 3-second happy. Coach is yelling now. This coach is
yelling at the refs.
He's not happy so far.
I mean, he does have rights to be mad, but you got to remember, these refs are only human.
First one I agreed with. This one, they just called it 3 seconds on both teams. I don't understand necessarily why he's blowing his lid, but that's all right. O'Rourke has it now. Over to Beal, inside look. Now to Gartner. He's going to put it up, unable to finish. Rebound by number 22, Alex Grogan. Ravello running with it now. Dishes it back out to Grogan. He's going to put up a 3, heavily contested, and Gardner's able to get the rebound off the air ball. Now Lacey's looking to run. Sorry to cut you off there. Vinny Delavola unable to finish, and rebound by Barnegat.
Fast start, back to the Barnegat possession.
This went from a basketball game to a track meet. So both teams running back and forth. Mike Ravello looked like he got hit in the nose a little bit there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Looks like he's fine. And then a foul.
I know it's only the first period, but it seems like a little bit like a little physical right now. A little physical game.
Carl Swenson's checking in for the first time. He's also a freshman, as that 3 is up and no good. Just like Kevin O'Rourke. Lacey now with 2 freshmen in the game, and they're not just up there to fill spots. They can play. They're both great players. Rumor has it that Carl can dunk, actually. I'm not sure if I believe that or not.
I did see him get very high on that rebound, too. It looks like he got ups.
That's one thing, but dunking is another. But anyway, he's a great player nevertheless. He has it now. Into the corner. Now back to him. Long pass to Delavola. Looking for something, finds Gardner inside. He's going to put it up, and that one's also no good. But that will end the first period. Lacey off to a pretty good start, 14-9. We'll be right back at the beginning of the second.
At the end of the first quarter, Lacey 14, Barnegat 9.
Hello and welcome back for the beginning of the second quarter. Lacey will inbound right in front of us, actually, to get things started. Still waiting on Barnegat to make their way onto the court.
Let's hope that Lacey can continue the momentum from the first quarter and get to a nice jump in the second.
So they inbound. Carl Swenson has it now. Same five that we saw at the conclusion of the first. Long pass to Swenson. Into the corner now. I believe that's Shepard. The vision was a little bit blocked. Gardner ends up bringing down the rebound, and there will reset. Fairclough's going to put up a long two. A little short. Friendly roll almost got it to go, but it did not.
Just a little unlucky bounce that worked in the favor of Barnegat right there.
So Francisco has it now. Inside look to Anderson. He's going to put it up, and not strong enough. Needed a little bit more on that one to be able to finish.
It was a good attempt by Anderson, though. I like the idea.
O'Rourke inbounds. Barnegat going with a little bit of a press now. One thing we see with Lacey a lot, actually, is their inability to beat the press early, and then as they adjust to it, ripping it apart. That's something I think they do a good job of, as figuring it out as the game goes on, how to beat each individual press by each team, and then once they figure it out, they really have an easy time getting buckets. So we might see them struggle for a little bit here, but eventually I think they'll be able to use that to their advantage.
I feel like they'll adapt rather well to it.
O'Rourke has it at the top of the key. Finds Swenson. Over to Shepard. Back to Swenson. To O'Rourke again, now back to Swenson. Fakes a shot, dishes to Shepard. He's gonna drive. Ugly looking shot. Looked like he was trying to draw the foul. Didn't get called. Lacey hustles back for defense. Francisco over to Ravello. Excuse me. Sorry, Mike.
It was a good shot by Shepard, you know. I mean, didn't really have a chance of shooting that one. Could have passed it. I mean, he wanted the shot.
Anderson has it in the corner. Dishes to Ravello. Here's a play getting called out. Waiting for something to develop. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication. Now they might figure it out. Over to Francisco. Inside look to Anderson. And a travel. Lacey will take over. One thing I think that bodes well for Lacey, that Deshaun Anderson, you know, he's impressed so far for this Barnegat team. But Lacey, a couple of Lacey's best defenders also happen to play inside, right where he's trying to get most of his buckets. So I think they'll have, you know, a good time shutting him down. Especially because, you know, that's where their strength is defensively.
I mean, if it's working right now, just keep going with it. Don't try and change your strategy if it's going well.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. My favorite saying. Fairclough dishes to Shepard. That's going to be a three. Actually, they're calling it a long two. Doesn't matter. Didn't go anyway. Eventually tipped around, and now Fairclough has it. Dishes over to Shepard, and they will reset. Inside low, they're going to call a kickball there, I believe. Lacey will retain. We hear calls to move the ball from Coach O'Rourke. Coach O'Rourke does a really good job with his team, very passionate about the players, really wants to win. I think that's an admirable trait for a coach.
I agree. It shows on his face right now. He really looks into this game, and, you know, he just wants to win for these boys.
Pass to the corner. Shepard has it. Dribbles around. Now finds Swenson over to O'Rourke. Inside look to Fairclough. They're really swinging it around now. They're passing. This is just what he wanted. A lot quicker now. O'Rourke's got an open shot, and he's going to finish on the lay-in.
Good
Floater
shot.
there.
Good shot by Kevin. Wide open lane. Took a shot and made it look easy.
He has a tendency to do that. Great player. Initially lost by Alex Brogan. And they're going to call an offensive foul there. Looked like he lost it. There was a race to get it. I thought initially they were going to call it on Mark Shepard, but they decided against it. They called it on Brogan, and Lacey's going to take over. So after a pretty high-scoring first quarter, or at least, average, it's really slowed down here in the second.
I don't know. I feel like maybe these teams lost a little bit of energy, after the first quarter, but they just raise the momentum and get the scoring right back.
Rob Beal's back in now. Into the corner for O'Rourke. Now back to Beal. Swenson. O'Rourke. And a foul call. That's going to be on number 15, David Orozco. So neither team really in huge foul trouble at this point. It's only the third team foul overall. And you got 7 to work with before the 1-and-1 start. And they're going to call a travel there on Carl Swenson. So Barnegat will take over. Barnegat going with their same group for the most part. They've had the same 6 players playing this entire time. So, you talked a little bit about energy and fatigue. That could come into play later in the game if they don't start mixing in some more guys.
I agree.
3 is up and long.
I notice how Lacey keeps changing their players. They have a lot of flexibility, and they're really using that to their advantage right now.
That 3 is up and good. Kevin O'Rourke's able to finish.
They go back to the energy thing. I feel like Barnegat is looking like they're a little fatigued right now, and Lacey on the other hand is not, because we have a ton of players that are really good and can fill in any spot possible.
Yeah, they definitely have a very deep bench, a lot of guys that are able to contribute. So I think that bodes well for them in a game like this. Ravello's shot's going to be blocked, but Barnegat's able to bring it back and reset. Francisco has it. Timeout's going to be called by the Barnegat coach. We're going to keep it right here. Lacey's up to a 19-9 start, midway through the second. Doing pretty well. Mike, what have we seen that's been able to get them to this point?
Honestly, right now, the second period, it's a lot of defense by Lacey right now. They are pressing this team very well, not giving a lot of time for their shots, getting all their rebounds, and I feel like that they keep up this defense,
Yeah, it's really important. Sorry to cut you off there, but they've allowed almost no offensive rebounds. I don't think they've allowed a point this period.
They have not.
It's huge. If you can play great defense, that's going to really bode well for you, especially when you're getting, when you're forcing them to not even be able to get shots off. You're getting steals, you're getting turnovers, stuff like that. Extra possessions for them, that's huge.
As they always say, defense wins championships.
Yes, they do. So we're waiting for the teams to come back now. 3:51 remaining in the half.
I like how all the seniors are playing tonight. It's their last home game they'll ever play at Lacey. And, I feel like they're all highly motivated, and, they're all just doing a really good job tonight so far.
And you want nothing more than be able to send out these seniors, this group of seniors, with a win.
Yes.
And I think, that's a message that they convey to the younger players as well, the juniors, the sophomores, the freshmen playing on this game. This one's for them. Go get that win for this group that's been so helpful to them, been able to get them where they're at today.
I mean, it may not seem it, but, these freshmen, sophomores, they look up to the seniors. They want to play just like them, and great group of boys.
So Francisco has it now. Over to Orozco. Now Ravello being guarded by Swenson. Nice spin move. Able to find Morris inside. His shot's no good. He's able to get his own rebound. That shot also no good. Another tip in. Eventually Fairclough comes up with it and swings it to Beal. Lacey's on the run. Into the corner now. Shot is up and a little bit strong. And now Barnegat's on the run. They got a 3-on-1 here. And the layup is no good. O'Rourke looking like he was trying to draw the charge. Didn't get it. The player went around him, but he was still unable to finish with the layup. He was able to take the lane away. But nevertheless, Barnegat gets the rebound, goes up with it, and they're able to draw the foul. Francisco is going to shoot 2 from the line. First one is no good, rims out.
Do you ever feel like the away team ever gets nervous when they're shooting at a home team's court, facing the home team's bleachers?
I mean, I don't know about nervous, but it has to be distracting. I can't imagine them being perfectly able to filter that out. As the second one is no good. Barnegat's still scoreless in the period.
Good jump by Mark Shepard to get that rebound.
O'Rourke over to Shepard. Back to O'Rourke. To Delavola. Beal. Looking for something now. Finds Fairclough inside. He's going to put it up. And he puts it in. Lacey leads 21-9.
Fairclough had all confidence on his face. I saw his face when he took that shot, and he knew for a fact that was going in when he shot that.
And he plays center, but don't let that fool you. You know, he could shoot. He can handle the ball. He can do a lot of things that your stereotypical center can't. And that's a lot of players on this team where they have their position and they excel at, but they can do a lot of things as well. So that's what makes them so versatile.
It's going back to the flexibility of this team as well.
So Rob Beal driving now. He's going to be blocked. He's going to get his own rebound. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach O'Rourke in order to save the possession. So we're going to take a break here. Lacey leads 21-9 with 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half.
Lacey coach pulled a 30-second timeout.
And we're back. Delavola looking to inbound underneath his own basket. Swings it to O'Rourke. Momentarily loses it, then finds it. Passes to Fairclough. And we're going to call it travel. Even Barnegat's coach has got his arms up. I don't really understand that. He didn't even have the ball.
Just like I said before, I can't argue with the refs. Everyone's not perfect.
I mean, Barnegat's coach looked like he had a problem with that call. I mean, yeah, right now it's in favor of his team, but I don't think he wants to see that called against his team as well. I'm not too sure about that one. But, you know, that's not our job to be able to call the game. It is our job to call the game. It's not our job to call fouls within the game. Anyway, Thomas Cray's in the game for Barnegat for the first time, number 21. And Francisco over to Ravello, inside look to Anderson, able to come up with the errant pass. And looking to draw the foul, unable to do so on Jeff Fairclough. Thomas Morris gets the rebound inside and is able to put it in. Excuse me, that's Sean Morris. It's Thomas Cray I was thinking of.
It was a good offensive rebound by Morris. Or
no, you're correct.
Yeah, by Morris, and just blew it.
That's Barnegat's first points of this half. Excuse me, this quarter. O'Rourke's shot is no good. Tip out to Fairclough, and O'Rourke has it now. Beal for three, puts it up, and no good. Shepard gets his rebound. Also no good. Delavola puts it up, and he's able to finish.
It's a good job getting your offensive rebounds, and when you're able to do that, it's really good to capitalize on that and score some points.
Offensive rebounds in any game at any level are killer. I play rec basketball. It's nothing like this, but even in rec, when you stop a team defensively and they're able to get their own rebound, and you realize you got to go back and do it again for another possession, it deflates you. It's tough.
It's like a punch in the stomach.
Yeah, you stopped them once, and now you got to do it again. You did your job fine, and then you're not able to rebound, so you get nothing for it. Delavola has it now. Over to Shepard, to O'Rourke, into the corner for Beal. Inside look to Fairclough. Loses it for a second. Doesn't matter. Beal finds it. Dishes to Delavola. He puts it up, and no good. Fairclough with the rebound, and Beal has it now.
I like the quickness of Beal. I feel like he's everywhere on this court.
O'Rourke for three, puts it up, and a little strong rebound. Delavola again. That's another offensive rebound for this Lacey team. 18 seconds remain in the half. O'Rourke has it. Inside look for Fairclough. Beal swings to Shepard. Into the corner now, Delavola for three. Also no good. And Beal gets another rebound, and now he's going to be fouled going up with it. So 7 seconds remaining in this half, and Beal will shoot a pair from the line looking to extend the lead.
I feel like with that possession, Beal had the ball like 75% of the time. And like you said before, offensive rebounds, those are killer. And if Barnegat got one of those defensive rebounds, we would not be in this situation right now.
First shot is no good. See a couple subs checking in, likely just for defense. Corey Goodzak checks in for the first time, looking to prevent Barnegat from scoring on their final possession of the half. And we see George Gardner back in as well. Beal's second shot is no good. Rebound by Anderson. Clock is ticking. They're going to need to hurry. Ravello drives. He's going to put up a highly contested shot. No good. And out of bounds, but the clock runs out. Lacey's going to take a 23-11 lead to the halftime break on their senior night. So a great start by them so far. We'll be right back at the beginning of the third quarter.
Barnegat 11.
And we're back, beginning of the third quarter. Barnegat has the ball first, and that's Ravello at the top of the key, being guarded by Rob Beal. Pair of threes right there. And a travel's going to be called. Lacey's going to take over.
I'm excited to see the second half, and if Lacey can just keep up this really well defense that they put together right now and just keep pressing their opponents, you know, I feel like there's not a chance that Barnegat can score off them.
Yeah, 11 points and a half for the opposing team is definitely not to be overlooked. Delavola puts up a short jump shot. That's no good. Rebound by Morris.
It's a good job they got their defensive rebound, because, you know, it's what killed them last half.
Ravello's three is good. So a little bit of a quick start for the Barnegat Bengals for the second half. And they're going with the press again.
Yep, full-court press. I feel like that's one of the good strategies in basketball to do. It gives the time for the opponent not to get ready.
It worked right there. I think it depends on the situation, but in this situation it works. Ravello dishes to Orozco. Back to Ravello, tipped away by Rob Beal. And he's going to lay it up, and he's able to finish.
That was very good by Rob Beal. Rob Beal is very, very fast. And
that's an understatement right there.
I know it is. But good steal, good layup, good play by him all around.
I don't know if there's a word to describe how fast he moves when he runs. Just in all sports, soccer, basketball, everything he does, he's just quick.
He's just an all-around good athlete.
So Grogan swings to the corner now. Anderson, inside look from Morris. He puts it up, and he's able to finish on the layup. Shepard has it.
I feel like Barnegat's out to a very fast start this match, this quarter.
This period. Well, yeah, this is also
half,
quarter.
yes.
Half. It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Ravello has it now. Dishes to Orozco. They're swinging it around. Two of them playing a little bit of catch now. It's about 5 in a row. Now finally they dish it. Now back to Orozco. Ravello. Inside look for Anderson. Nearly tipped away by Fairclough. Anderson didn't come up with it clean and is still able to get it and lay it in.
Good play by Anderson. He bobbled the ball a little bit, but was able to attain possession and able to pull the shot.
And I don't know what kind of pep talk these guys got at the half, but they're coming out firing. Delavola's shot is up, and hopefully that'll cap the run. He's able to finish.
This is a very quick quarter right now. You're only about 3 minutes in or so, and
yeah, and then
up some points.
And the second quarter where we saw very little scoring, now we're seeing a ton of it right out of the gate.
Barnegat's doing very well this quarter.
And that shot's no good. Rebound Barnegat. That three is up, also no good. Rebounded, tipped out. Great play. And not sure why a backcourt wasn't called, but Ravello has it now because it was tipped out by the Barnegat player. So that one I will disagree with. But Orozco has it in the corner. Over to Ravello. And back to Orozco. Dribbling around. Grogan, Morris. Inside look to Anderson. And, you know, if he's hot, keep feeding him. He draws the foul there.
You know, I feel like if Barnegat wants to get back into this game, you know, they're getting their offensive rebounds, and he needs to prevent Lacey from getting their offensive rebounds. You know, just get your defensive rebounds, and I feel like that's a very big key to getting back into this game.
as that first free throw is no good. And I think if you're Lacey, like we said before, you know, they're going with the press now, Barnegat is. You just got to find a way to beat it. Once you find a way to beat it, you're going to get quick buckets, and you're going to force them to play back in their half-court defense, which really hasn't been working. Lacey's been able to put up a lot of points in the first half.
I just think Lacey needs to keep what they're doing on defense good and just take it from there.
The second free throw is good. Barnegat cuts the deficit to 8 now. O'Rourke has it, looking to beat the press. Good Zach now. Can't find anybody. Finally finds Gardner. Long pass to Beal. Over to Fairclough. He's being double teamed in the corner. No matter for him. He's going to drive. Layup, barely no good. Tipped out, and Orozco comes up with it. Excuse me, that's Francisco. And his layup is good. Deficit cut to 6 points now. And Coach O'Rourke wants to put a stop to that. He's going to take a timeout with 4:29 remaining in the third. We'll be right back for WLTS TV 21.
Timeout.
And we're back. Lacey looking to rebound from a little bit of a slow start in this half. Basketball punts.
You know, where Lacey had the momentum in the first quarter, I feel like now Barnegat, I don't know what happened in the locker room, but now they have all the momentum. You know, just like in any other sport, it's always good to have the momentum on your side.
I mean, hydration is key. You know, Barnegat definitely looks like they hydrated. Inside look, Fairclough's going to lay it up, and that time he's going to be able to finish.
I really like that spin move by Jeff. Very smart, you know, doing that spin move, you're able to get open. Get
Very
a nice,
flashy.
better shot, yeah.
Definitely a good move.
Style points to him.
Francisco finds Ravello over to Anderson, and he loses it. See what direction it goes. Our vision's a little bit shielded. And they're going to call a foul there. So my apologies there. Ref was in the corner. But Barnegat looking to inbound. Over to Ravello now, and they will reset. Pass to the corner, Grogan. Ravello again. Francisco to Anderson inside. Back to Francisco. He's going to put up a three, and he's going to make it.
Good passing all around, and found the open man again. And another easy three for him.
The Bengals coming out with some fire in this half.
And another steal.
Francisco has it again, over to Ravello. Grogan. You can tell they're definitely trying to get it inside to Anderson, as that one's going to be picked off by Rob Beal. Even if he isn't able to finish or finish with the shot, he's finding good passes, he's having assists, and I think they're working from the inside out, which is definitely a good strategy. Pass is tipped. Great play by Francisco to be able to save it from going out of bounds. Another great move, but is unable to finish on the layup. And O'Rourke has the rebound now, and he's taking it up court. And Beal has it to reset.
Well, I think Lacey just needs to slow down this momentum that Barnegat has. Just take their time.
And going back to it, Francisco had a great play to keep it inbounds, and he's going to pick it off again. Great move to be able to get the open look, and then was unable to finish on the layup. So he missed on the easy part, but made the two hard parts look easy. Inside look for Morris. Now back to Francisco. And another shot up by him. That one is no good again. Another good move. Just unable to finish on these open looks.
Just got to be able to finish. That's what's going right now.
Beal's got it.
Everything else is going rather well for them right now.
Now over to O'Rourke. Momentarily loses it, but finds it again. And he's going to put it up. Unable to finish. Ball's being tipped around. Eventually, Morris gets it for Barnegat. Francisco swings it over to Ravello. He's going to put up a three. That one's no good. Rebound, O'Rourke. and he's going to run with it. He's got a 1-on-3, not in his favor. And he gets it again. Another shot up, also no good. Beal with a fantastic rebound, and he opts to reset.
Smart move by him, let everybody get together, just keep it calm.
Fairclough shot is blocked, but it comes back right to him, and now he gets the layup to fall.
I really like that possession by Beal. He took the ball, didn't try for anything too fancy, didn't try to take a shot, just took the ball back, let everybody get together, recollect, and it was a good possession.
And that's something he does also very well. He doesn't force anything, and I think that's really smart. And that three is up by Francisco, also no good. Gardner gets the rebound, and then Jeff getting blocked by, very good player, very big player. Isn't disheartened, drives in, and is able to get the layup. Now Gardner gets a layup. That one is also no good. Rebound by Morris, and Barnegat's looking to run with it. Ravello's going to drive. Not sure how a foul wasn't called in either direction there, but nevertheless, Fairclough's able to finish, able to get it, and now Beal has it looking to reset. Looked like Beal and Ravello hit hard. It looked like a foul was going to be called. You didn't know what direction necessarily, but anyway. Beal puts another shot out. That one's no good. Grogan with the rebound. Nearly travels, able to keep that pivot foot down, and it was nearly tipped away, but now they find it. Ravello has it from Barnegat.
Now it seems like Barnegat's trying to recollect and just evaluate what they're doing right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hot start. They're still getting a lot of possessions, and they haven't, it's not necessarily a drought, but they haven't scored as much in the second half of this quarter as they did in the first. That three is up, also no good, and Beal's got it now. Grogan misses on the steal attempt, and Beal knows the clock is on his side. He's going to try to make sure Lacey finishes with the last shot. He's got it again, swings to the corner. Goodzak puts it up, no good. 4 seconds remain. They're going to call a foul on Jeff Fairclough, and I agree with that one. He was holding.
I do, yeah, I saw him holding
Francisco back a little bit. However, likely no harm. Only 2 seconds remain. So Barnegat's really going to have to be quick if they even want to get a decent look up. So the seconds wind down. He didn't even get that one off. It's not going to matter. It didn't fall anyway. So after a little bit of a change of momentum of the third quarter, we're going to keep it right here. What have we seen so far?
Honestly, this game is completely different than the way it was in the first half. Very hot start by Barnegat. I feel like this game got a lot faster, and it's a lot better. It's faster paced now, and if Barnegat can keep this up, and I feel like it's possible for them to get the win, but if Lacey keeps playing the way they are with their defense, their defense is really well. Even though it's not as good as it was in the first half, it's still doing rather well. And, they have the clock on their side right now, so you just gotta.
No, I agree. We talked about it before. We used the expression, went from a basketball game to a track meet. We saw a lot of that again. And both teams were just running with it, trying to get quick scores, trying to get fast break points. And, both were mildly successful, to say the most. Barnegat's implementing that press now, and it's been working a little bit. And then, just like we predicted, at the end of the quarter, Lacey finally started to get the hang of it and be able to break it a little bit. And now I think they're starting to figure it out, and that bodes well for them going into the fourth.
Let's just hope Lacey can hold on to this win, and one final quarter, one final push.
And like we said before, the clock is on their side, but that doesn't mean you just want to sit and draw at every possession as long as you can. You want to keep trying to score. You want to put this game out of reach for this Barnegat team, because too often we've seen, leads where you're trying to play with the clock, and not just by this Lacey team, by every sports team, and then it ends up hurting you because the other team comes back and you're not scoring any points.
Just got to make sure your offense can put up some points, just give you a nice cushion of the lead.
And like we said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Swenson has it now, looking to drive in, finds Delavolo, loses it for a second. Back over to Swenson, tipped away. It looked like he hit one of the cheerleaders. Obviously not intentional or anything, just a freak play.
I sure hope that whoever got hit is okay.
Everybody's laughing. It looks like everybody's going to be all right. So anyway, Gardner to inbound, and he does so over to Rob Beal. And Francisco unable to get that steal. Swings to the corner. Delavolo puts it up and puts it in. Nice shot by him to start the fourth.
Very good shot. Very good start to a fourth quarter. That's some momentum right there.
Inside look for Anderson. Just to back out to Morris into the corner now. Francisco. over to Rovello. He puts up a 3. That one's off the mark. Swenson ends up with it. Credit Delavola for the tip to him. Swenson drives. Ugly looking shot. Hits the side of the backboard. And Rovello's looking to run with it. And Rob Beal plays some great defense. Goes behind the back. Long pass to Swenson. Looking to redeem himself. That one is no good. Delavola gets the rebound. And they're going to say no shot. Delavola was fouled before he went up with it.
Going back to that possession with Swenson before, with that weird-looking shot, you know, I disagree with his possession. You know, he had Delavola open in the corner. He decided to take it himself, and I know he wants to put up some points, but you know, basketball's all about teamwork as well.
So Delavola has it now over to Beal. Into the corner for Shepard. Finds Swenson. He's going to put up another shot, and that one just barely rims out. And they're going to call a foul there on Mark Shepard, who was looking to get the rebound for Lacey.
Very, very aggressive right now. I feel like this fourth quarter is off to a very aggressive start. You know, it seems like both teams really want to get this win.
You know, tensions are high. This is an important game, especially for Lacey. You know, you want to win on senior night.
Yeah,
you want to win your final home game. So I think that could be a reason to throw a little bit of extra fuel on the fire. That's an ugly looking shot if I've ever seen one. I think it was more of a pass, to be honest, and the backboard just happened to get in the way. Nevertheless, that's going to be out of bounds. So Swenson taking it up now. Swings it. Over to Beal. Delavola. Swenson's going to drive now. They're going to call a travel on him. So Barnegat's going to take over.
Number 15, David Orozco. And in for Lacey, Kevin O'Rourke.
Couple of subs checking in the game now. Rovello's got it for the Bengals. Over to Orozco. We haven't seen much of him in the second half. Looked like Francisco really started to come in, but now we see both of them on the court together. Francisco with a long pass to Rovello. Rovello's going to drive. Runs into a brick wall right there and puts up a really ugly looking shot.
He just seemed to be stopped right there.
He looks so defeated. Understandably so. O'Rourke's going to drive in. He's going to be blocked. Rovello's got it now. Looking to run with it. And now slows down. To Orozco for 3. And that shot is good. Cut the deficit to 6 now.
You know,
Orozco, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think Orozco was in the third period. You know, I didn't hear much from him at all. So.
He's got an ugly looking shot, but he's hit a couple threes, so it's hard to fault him. Delavola takes a step back shot, and that just barely rims out. A couple unlucky bounces for him already in this quarter. And now Orozco has it. Over to Rovello. Back to Orozco. Rovello. Francisco inside look to Morris. He's going to lay it in. And Coach O'Rourke's going to take another timeout with 5:18 remaining in the fourth. Lacey leads by 4. We'll be right back for WLTS TV 21.
Barnegat coach called a full timeout.
And we're back with 5:18 remaining in this game. This is turning into a real nail biter here.
I'm honestly really nervous, you know, but I'm also really excited to see how this game's going to end. It's going to be a good one.
That's the most exciting type of game. You know, you love to win, especially in a game like this. You can call a jump ball there. Barnegat's going to take over. But, you know, I'm not saying you don't like the blowout win. You love the blowout win. But the close ones, when you're able to pull them out, are just a little bit more satisfying at times.
Those are the best typs of wins, in my opinion.
Go into the corner now. Long pass to Ravello back at the top. Now to Grogan inside to Morris. And back out to Orozco. A lot of passing going on right now. And Orozco 3 is up and good again. He's hot right now. That cuts the deficit to 1.
Orozco sure is having a night right now. He's hit multiple three-pointers, and he's really bringing his team right back into this game. Only down by 1 point now.
And Lacey's got to find a way to get some offense going in this quarter, or else that's going to be the end of it. They've been cold so far to start. As Fairclough puts that one up, also no good. Tipped around, and Orozco's got it. Barnegat can take their first lead since, I think, of the game, actually.
I think so.
So anyway, Ravello into the corner, Grogan for 3. And that's when you know, a player that, no offense to him, he hasn't taken any threes yet this game, though. He's not necessarily a three-point shooter for this team, and he's making them right now.
That's how you know he's confident. He's confident in his shots.
O'Rourke looking to regain that lead. And a little bit off the mark, unable to do so. Francisco's got it now.
Their offense needs to wake up right now.
And the threes are just raining for this Barnegat team right now. I think that's 3 possessions, not 3 possessions, but their last 3 shots to fall have all been threes.
Yeah, I think so.
So Ravello has it now. Screen set by Morris. And now over to Francisco. Orozco. Looking to get Rob Beal off him. Unable to do so far. Now Ravello's got it. Kevin O'Rourke on defense. Morris at the top of the key. Dishes to Orozco. And whistle there. Waiting on the call there. Looks like they're going to call a foul, maybe?
I'm not really
not sure what that was. I mean,
Coach O'Rourke seems pretty confused right now.
You can tell he's not happy. You can tell it's going to be Barnegat's ball. I'm just not sure.
Not really sure
what
what
the call. It must have been a foul.
Lots of arguing happening right now.
Coach O'Rourke pointing at the arrow, saying it's in Lacey's direction. But
I can tell he's very, very livid right now.
Anyway, Ravello's got it now. He's going to drive in. He's going to put a shot up. And that's when you know, when shots like that start falling for you that are off the mark and just take a friendly bounce, you know things are going well.
Things are pretty much going in Barnegat's favor right now, and Lacey needs to work some kind of momentum right now to get themselves back in this game.
O'Rourke lost it out of bounds, but it was tipped by a Barnegat player. So Lacey will retain. Gardner to inbound right in front of us. Looking to find some offense in what has been a dry fourth quarter. They're going with that bull rush again. And it looks like they're going to call a foul against Barnegat there.
Foul was on Mike Ravello, his first.
That's going to be against Ravello. So Gardner to inbound again. Swenson has it now over to Beal. To Gardner to Beal. Inside to Fairclough. To Gardner, back out. Swenson, Delavola. He's going to drive. He's going to put it up. Unable to finish. Orozco got way up there for that rebound. And Barnegat has it again.
I just feel like Lacey's offense is like, I just feel like all the players are dead right now. No motivation right now.
They've been very stagnant.
They need to raise the energy right now.
And one basket could do that. One basket can really revitalize the whole team. They just need to find a way to get points on the board in this quarter.
Just if somebody can step up and make a big three-pointer, that's going to help this team a lot.
Inside look, Ravello being guarded by Swenson. That shot is no good. Rebound. Eventually in Lacey's favor. Not sure who initially had it, but Rob Beal's got it now, and that's all that matters. Delavola over to Fairclough inside. And they're going to call a foul there against Barnegat. It looked like he was trying to draw the charge there. He flopped. Let's call it what it is.
He did flop.
He flopped. He didn't fool the ref, though, so Lacey will inbound.
Jeff needs to make these next 2 shots. He just needs to calm down. He needs these next 2 points in order to help bring his team back.
Yeah, these could be big. The first one is up. And good.
Good. Good start.
So that cuts Lacey's deficit to 3 now.
Simple three-pointer can tie the game.
Second shot. Also good. 2 big free throws for Jeff Fairclough to get this team back into it.
That was very, very clutch by him. He knew he needed to make those free throws, and he got it. Got the job done.
That's why they call them free throws, you know. Can't play defense or anything like that, but you definitely got to finish them because they're important. Missing a lot of free throws can cost you a game. So Orozco has it now. Fakes. Now drives, steps back. And drives again. And he's going to be blocked from behind by Swenson, who also gets the rebound. Great play by him.
Very good play. Very good block.
Bringing it up the court now. Delavola looking to give this team the lead. And good.
That's the momentum that Lacey needed right there. That got the crowd going. That got the bench going. Everybody's crazy right now.
That is huge. Student section just went nuts. Lacey's got a 1-point lead with a minute 30 remaining. And that shot is up and no good, but looks like they're going to call a foul before that. So, momentum, yes, but this is by no means locked up. This game's not over by any stretch, obviously.
That was ginormous, though, that shot by Delavola. That really helped bring the energy into this court.
But you don't want to get complacent yet either. Ravello in the corner looking to get the lead back for his team, and he's able to do so.
And that's another good shot by Barnegat, who got the other side.
His team just going punch for punch right now. Lacey trails by 2 with a minute 18 remaining. Fairclough over to Beal, to Shepard. And back into the corner for Delavola. Finds Fairclough. Looking for something. Swenson now. Over to Shepard. Fakes. Dishes it back out. Swenson's driving. Looking to tie it. He's going to draw the foul. He's going to have 2 shots coming up. And if he makes them both, he will do just that.
Just like the previous free throws, these are also big. You make these 2, tie game, all new game now. Almost a minute left to go.
So Swenson now. Shot up. And first one is no good.
He does look a little tense up at the line right now. But, I mean, he has every right to be stressed out, but you just got to make these shots.
Second one. Also no good. Barnegat with the rebound. Broggan dishes to Francisco. And that's not a death sentence. This game's not over yet.
This game's not over.
And jump ball is going to be called. Actually, timeout as well. It looked like a jump ball sign. I didn't know where a jump ball was being called from there anyway. Anyway, we're going to keep it right here. Such an important point in the game. There's a lot of ways you can go. Obviously, you're down by 2 right now if you're Lacey. There's still 53 seconds. You definitely don't start fouling right now. But in your opinion, when do you start fouling? At what point does it get to that?
I mean, there's got to be very little time left. I mean, you know, I'm very confident in our shooters right now. Not all of them, but Vito Avola, I feel like he's having a really good night shooting threes. And, you know, if you could just get the ball to him and, like, somehow make sure he gets open, I feel like he can put a 3 down and give his team back the lead. But I don't think you start fouling yet. Not until Barnegat gets a little bit bigger of a lead or until you're starting to run out of time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely not yet. Now's too soon. But, you know, I think you just have to take this one possession at a time. If you get a stop here, that's a whole different game than if Barnegat hits a 3 right here. You got to judge it based on the situation, so it's hard to plan ahead. Ravello gets the inbound pass.
I'm sure Coach O'Rourke will make the right decision on what to do.
He's going to drive down the sideline. Could you call it a sideline in basketball? Court line? I think you could.
I think you call it.
You can get away with it. Ravello now dishes to Francisco, being guarded very tightly by Vinny Delavola, and now a foul is going to be called. We hear Coach for Barnegat yelling, same thing. He just wants the same thing. He just wants the clock to keep running.
Lacey's almost in the bonus right now.
So yeah, so now the next foul will be a 1-and-1. Swenson guarding Ravello now. He's only got 10 seconds to get it over the line, and he's able to do so. And another foul. So this will be a 1-and-1. And that's not necessarily a horrible thing.
No, it's possible for. I mean, it is possible that Barnegat could miss these next 2 free throws, and Lacey could get the ball back and score 2 points of their own. So.
Well, if he misses the first one, he doesn't get himself a second one. As that one is good, so he will earn a second shot. This is big. So there's no way to put this. Making this would make it a 2-possession game. Missing it obviously keeps it within reach from 3. So all the pressure's on Ravello right now. And he's able to answer. He finishes on that one. 4-point lead for Barnegat right now.
Very clutch by him and his team. Very clutch to help his team.
So now, Lacey, you got to move. Shepard driving. Foul was not called. They were looking to get the charge, unable to do so. 15 seconds remain. And it looked like a timeout was going to be called. So, but we can't go now. We got to keep it right here some more. 2-point game, 14 seconds left, shade under 15. Now you got to foul, right?
I think you do, because I think Barnegat's just going to run out the clock if you don't foul them. So
yeah, obviously that'd be a smart thing to do.
I definitely got to start fouling now, and you just got to hope that Barnegat misses.
So in your opinion, you know, you're not going to necessarily have the choice, but if you can keep it out of Ravello's hands, you want to do so, right? He just made 2 clutch free throws. You want to see whose hands you can get it in. Out of the players that we've seen, you know, on the court recently, I'm not asking you to pick one, but if there's a couple, you know, other than Ravello, if there's somebody you want to avoid, who do you think that is?
I don't know. If I want to avoid, probably Orozco. You know, he's having a very good 3-point shot game, and I feel like he would knock down these free throws with ease.
He's been heating up, shooting the ball. So
he's the reason why his team is back in this game. He made some very key 3-pointers, and this fourth quarter has been all him for his team.
Francisco inbounding now. Finds Ravello. That's not what you wanted, but you'll take what you can get at this point. You never know when the pressure's on. Clock did not move at all on that.
I think it moved 0.2 seconds or something like that.
Oh, actually, my mistake. It moved from 14.7 to 13.7. So a second did tick off. I saw the 0.7. I just assumed it was the same. Anyway, 2 huge free throws, or maybe 1, coming up for Mike Ravello right now. Shot is up. And good. That makes it a 3-point game. It's all going to come down to this.
Still a 1-possession game, though. I mean, if Lacey can get the rebound, if he misses this, possibly score a 3-pointer, tie things up, maybe send this game in overtime.
This free throw is good. And that's about a dagger right there.
Yep.
Shepard.
They're not quitting. They're not quitting right now. They still have some life.
Unable to get the lay-in. Fairclough is able to finish though. 5 seconds remain and a timeout called. So
they still have life.
They're going to need a quick steal, and we can't throw it to break with 4 seconds left. So we got to keep it right here. We got to keep finding things to talk about.
In sports, anything is possible. Like, there have been unreal plays that have happened in sports, and it's very well possible that something unreal could happen in this game right now.
I think what you need is a steal, and if you don't get the steal, make sure
you foul them.
Yes,
make sure
Ravello does not get this ball.
Yes.
You can't send him to the line again. He's been just about automatic so far. So what you have to do is, if you can't get a steal, which would be, you know, obviously perfect, you get a 2-point shot with 4 seconds left, very possible. But if you can't get a steal, you got to find a way to put it in a less than Ravello free throw shooter, and try to just hit a long 3 or whatever you can muster in 4 seconds.
Let's hope for a miracle right now.
Yep, you got to take it one step at a time now. And it all starts with this defense. So Barnegat really taking their time drawing up the play. And when I say really taking time, I mean really taking the time. Lacey's been out on the court for a while now. But hey, you can't blame him at such an important juncture of the game.
Yep.
4.3 ticks left on the clock. Francisco to inbound, looking for Ravello. He finds him, and he's going back to the line with 3.2 seconds left. So now you need a miss.
You definitely need a miss right now.
On the line, shooting a 1-and-1, Mike Ravello.
So Ravello, all the pressure back on him. He's thrived so far. First shot up is good. Makes it a 3-point game once again. Second shot.
If he makes this game is almost pretty much over.
And it is good.
That may do it for
That's got to be a luxury to have for this Barnegat team. You have a
Yes.
player that's, you know, especially in these situations, that's really
reliable.
pressure didn't seem to affect him at all. None of those hit the rim out of all 6 of those shots. So
very reliable too.
Yeah, definitely.
Sends it on, you don't know if he will make it.
So 3 seconds remain. Lacey will likely just try to throw full court pass and try to get a really quick lay-in, but it's going to be difficult to get back into this one. But you still got to admire the effort. They're playing till the end. The seniors all played great.
They did, but
it's a tough pill to swallow, but there's a lot of positives to take from it as well.
there is, you know, their defense played good the first half, but I mean, Barnegat, second half, they just came out firing, and I think they were able to put up over 30 points in the second half.
Yeah, they had 11 to start, and they just got hot from 3, and they hit, I think, 3 possessions in a row where they had 9 points, and that'll do it. 9 points right now. If you take those 9 points away, I mean, obviously they earned those 9 points, so you can't just say that, as Rob Beal's 3 is no good, but not by much. But, that's the difference in this game. So sometimes games are like that, basketball's like that, sports are like that. We're going to keep it right here for a little bit. But, it's just a tough one.
I mean, both teams played really good, but Barnegat really did deserve that win. They played very well.
Yeah, they played hard. Even though they were down big at the half, they never gave up. They kept fighting, something we said about Lacey as well. Both teams really, neither wanted to lose this game, and it's unfortunate that one of them had to. And I think it's just Lacey ended up getting the short end of the stick. This game really could have gone either way. Both teams played really good, and it was just tough that it had to end like that.
Unfortunately, you do need a winner and a loser in sports. But, I mean, I like the way both teams played. I felt like no one deserved to lose. But in the end, Barnegat did deserve the win. They played very well in the second half, and just everything went in their favor in the second half. And Lacey just couldn't bring up the momentum until later in the game when they were down. And unfortunately, that's what hurt them.
So that's some expert analysis right there. One team does, in fact, have to lose.
That is correct.
So, yes, that is very true. So thank you again for joining us on Sunglass Night, as you can see. For Mike DeMayo, I'm Mike McClung and the rest of the crew. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night.